Thanks for being here, everybody, as you all come in. If you're watching on a restream, thanks for joining. This is a live broadcast, so things are going to happen live. So I appreciate you being here. Here's what we're going to cover. We got a lot that's going to be happening. And I'm going to try to be quick because I know all of you are busy business owners and you have lots to do out there. So I'm going to respect that time and try to get to a lot. But this is going to be a game changer for you, your business. But most importantly, it's going to allow us all as small businesses, because yes, Towing.com is a small business. We're 7 people. Towing.com, 7 people. We're a small company, and a lot of times we look bigger than what we are just because we have such a great domain name, Towing.com. But we're a small business, and it's time that us small businesses that we come together and we punch Google in the face. We take back control, and that's what we're going to be talking about. And really what it comes down to is this right here. Google, they've given us a Trojan horse. We're going to be talking about the Trojan horse that Google has put in our lives. In fact, many small businesses, we had these walls all built up. We're ready. We're running our businesses. We've taken the risks. We're doing all that we can to kick butt and create the lives that we want, to chase after our dreams. And we let Google's Trojan horse in. We're going to be talking about that, the risks of what has happened and what we're going to do about it, because there is a plan, and that is very much what punching Google in the face is all about. It's executing the plan. Towing.com has it. We're giving it to you, and it is going to be us, all the little guys, versus big old bad Google. So hopefully that is something you're interested in. And here's the best part about it. In my opinion, best part is you get to run your business more and worry about this internet stuff less. Does that sound good? That's the goal of Towing.com, always has been. So we're also going to look at we're going to have a first look at a new feature that we just announced just a few weeks ago, which is going to be a free website that's going to be included in our $99 a month featured membership. It's going to be a website. It's going to be a free website. So just adding it to it. And that means your domain name, your company's domain name will point to a website, and it's going to be all about you. It always has been. This is just us making sure that even more than ever, it is about you. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to just introduce you to the best employee your company's ever had. Even if you're just one guy with a truck starting out, wherever you are on this heroic journey that your towing company's on, we have the best employee ever for you. And it's not Toby. Actually, I guess it could be kind of Toby, because Toby is out to help you win. But we'll talk about that. And then at the end, throughout, because this is live, you can ask questions. I'll address them as we go. But any questions that kind of just in general to Towing.com and things is all going to be at the back side of it. So that way we can get the main stuff up front. So makes sense. Hopefully worth doing. So this is live. So wherever you are, whether you're over on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, but primarily YouTube, you can type into the chat. Let us know that you're here. Tell us about your company. Tell us, what's going on with your company. We would love to know it, because we are all small businesses here, and together we're going to kick some butt, including punching Google in the face, which is what we're out. What's that? It's not about violence. It's not about violence. It's about competition, and they were executing their plan well, and we're going to execute ours. So, okay. Well, Travis, I see you there. Nikki, welcome back. I wish we had your website up and running. I was really hoping to demo it, but exciting stuff coming up with the website demo. We are going to show that off, the demo website that we have. Very cool. Let me toss this out. This is bold of me, but I'm going to make a bold statement right up here at the front, and that is to say this: the websites we're going to be giving our featured members are going to be the best small business website there is out there. Like I believe that, and here's the beauty of what we're doing. It's not just the best, it's going to be included in, and it's not per click, per call, and it's not sharing revenue. It is all about your business being the best it can be and us just doing what we do the best we can, and you just pay us our dues. Like it's the way it was supposed to be. The internet was supposed to be basic. It was supposed to be simple. It was supposed to be a way for your small business to be better until Google came in, and they came in with their, as I say, the Trojan horse here. So what is the Trojan horse that is happening with Google? Well, the Trojan horse is very much what you know this to be. Google gives you, well, the Trojan horse, story of the Trojan horse, as you may know, 10-year battle. It's a war that's going on, and essentially it was at a standstill. The Greeks were locked outside of the gates, and they built the Trojan horse, which had inside of it a hidden group that was able to get inside the walls, the fortified walls of, I believe it was Troy, and they got inside, and from inside, they were able to beat down the security at the gate, open the gate to let the army come in. So that's the Trojan horse that is happening. That Google. So this has been happening for decades, and we've seen it slowly taking shape. And now we're to the point that likely your small business feels this. This has been inside our business, your business, and millions of small businesses out there. And now that Trojan horse, that army is just flooding in. And what does that look like? What does it look like to your business? It looks like you're paying more to Google than ever before. Now, paying more to Google could be more money in the form of pay per click. It could be more time. You're spending more time submitting information to Google or working on your Google Maps, your SEO, the snowball, the trap that is internet marketing nowadays. So instead of being a towing company, you find yourself as an internet marketing company. And I just don't believe that's the way it was meant to be. A towing company should be a towing company first and foremost, and not have to deal and worry about the internet stuff. You shouldn't be sitting at your dinner table with your family in the evening worried about your internet business, worried about am I going to get enough traffic, enough clicks? Are the customers that are looking for me going to find me? Like they're looking, and Google put up that wall, and they're saying, hey, now you got to pay us for these people that are looking for you. So there we go. Emergency Roadside. Yeah, Tacoma, Washington. Nice to have you with us as well. Thanks for seeing you. I see you out there, Chazzy or Coaster G, and Wicked Towing here. Travis, nice to have you with us as well. Thank you all for joining us. So that's Google's Trojan horse, and you see this, they're everywhere. Google Analytics, Chrome browsers, Google Maps, Google My Business, all these things that, hey, it's free. Just let me in. And what we see, if we view it through the lens of our individual company, we think, Google's showing me the traffic to my website, and that's helpful to me. But what's happening behind the scenes is Google knows everything, not just about your website, but about the towing industry. They know how many customers are looking for towing companies, and they know more about your business and our industry than what we know about it. And in turn, they're able to better put up walls and know how much they can siphon out of our companies. And in some industries, they're already starting models where they are not just doing pay-per-click or pay-per-call, which you may be doing some of that, but they're also looking at that shared revenue. Can we get a 10% commission from this service business? Can we get part of the revenue that we're sending to this company? Do you want Google in your business? Fair question. Do you want a giant company to be able to benefit from your revenue, from your effort, from your labor, the risk that you took when you were all alone out there deciding to start a company and running it? And now, we grow, we do the effort, we strive to do something. And now this big old Google's like, hey, these customers that are looking for you, we're going to hand them to you, but we want our share. It's like, they need to be punched, right? Like this is a bully. This is no longer our friendly neighborhood tech company who's helping us out. This is somebody who once had on their wall, do no evil. That was a tagline. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard that. I'm a tech guy, so I know all these little, things. But Google used to have up on their wall, it used to be the thing, don't be evil. And they actually have taken, that's not even on their wall anymore. You can just make the knowledge of guess why that is. Because money is more important than people, and to Google, that is. And it's just not right. It's not right. So let me show you what they've done to us just real quickly. Have you ever seen this here? This is Maslow's pyramid hierarchy of needs. So it's this idea that we have different levels to us as people. And I won't get too geeky on this too much, too psychological or psychology here. But essentially what it is it's the idea that we need these basic things. We need air, water, food, shelter, sleep. We need these human needs. And then once we have those, we can kind of move up to having some security, some resources, and then we can keep moving up. We can worry about our relationships and our friendships, and then the esteem of our colleagues. We can worry about, status in our city, and then, who are we questions that are self-actualization. And what Google does, and this is why I mention this, is you may have started off one day where you said, hey, I need business. You woke up one day, the calls weren't coming in, and you're like, I need to get this phone to ring. So you were moving down that pyramid, right? You were feeling the risk. You were feeling not as secure in your business as what you were. And you said, hey, Google has traffic for towing companies. So you either hired a company that got you pay-per-click, or you went and spent all the time learning how to set up pay-per-click on your own. And you did that a little bit, and the call started coming. You're just like, you had that feeling of risk and fear, and then you made it go away. You got the phone to ring a little bit. It cost you a good amount of money, but at least you could take a breath, right? And that's the thing here. That's right here on the bottom. Being able to take a breath, being able to sleep and relax, that's here. That's where Google pushes us. These big businesses come in and push us down towards the bottom. In life, our goal is to go up. Our goal is to be a better version of ourselves. I want you to run the best damn business you can run. Do it as well as you can. Grow it as much as you can. You do the best you can and become the best that you can. And Google, that's not a good business model though, right? Google doesn't make maximum revenue if they're helping you up here. Instead, what they try to do is they try to push you down, because these up here, if Google's just worried about being your friend, there's no predictability in that business model. They can't make that maximum amount of revenue. But when you get down here, and if Google controls your ability to breathe, your ability to take a breath, or your ability to sleep and rest, then they have control over you and your company. Now, the question is, and you feel free to share, or just in your own mind and heart, you can answer this, but do you feel you're more down here where you're worried about the phone ringing, being able to pay the bills, working on the right things, the stress? Do you feel you're more down here, or do you feel you've escalated? You've went up through this pyramid, and shouldn't we? I want you to go up. Towing.com is all about helping you be the best version of yourselves, not trying to maximize revenue. It's just, we got to remember people in business is really what it comes down to. So, and that's what we're out to do. So I said earlier that we have, I can introduce you to the best employee you've ever had. It's very much like it's the best employee you've ever had is going to be one that it's going to be an employee that has your best interest at heart, right? Do you have a really good employee, like somebody that is thinking about your business, who wants to do a good job, who goes over and beyond, takes care of what they're looking to do, and of course doesn't make you go broke? Like that's one of the best employees for sure. So yeah, I mean, so I'll show you how, like, Towing.com is that best employee. Like, I won't talk about it a ton, but ultimately here's how it works. $99 a month is what you pay Towing.com. No pay per click, no pay per call, and you get us to worry about your internet stuff. Because this is what I do. You tow, I worry about internet stuff. I'm the domain name geek. I'm the guy that went out, mortgaged my house, flew out to California, put my house in the line to buy Towing.com, since bought over 30 other towing related domain names, over $1 million worth of domain names, just in towing. All so I can share them with the towing companies that are just like, hey, we don't want to worry about this internet stuff as much as what we do. I don't want to lay in my bed at night looking up at the ceiling thinking, oh, I really wonder if my website's going to rank better tomorrow. Like that, I worry about that stuff, but should you? I want you to worry about your safety, the safety of your people, the safety and growth of your company. That's what we want. So that's the kind of employee you have when you are a featured member of Towing.com. And here's how we approve it. This is going to be a big deal. So in case you haven't noted or heard this, Towing.com is getting ready to launch a huge new feature. And I've sent out some emails. I've gotten a couple of people, responding back mean, but that's that's okay. I know some emails out of the blue from us. But here's what it comes down to. We're giving our featured members a website. And this isn't a profile. This isn't a Facebook page. This is truly a website for your company. I'm going to demo that. I'm going to show you this. This is going to be a first look at this. We're not going to launch it until we're looking like the first week in November. We have we're kind of testing it right now. You'll see it's not finished. But even now, this website that I'm going to show you is likely better than what you already have. So whether you don't have a website, which of course is going to be better then, because you should have a website. It's the path to your front door. It's how customers can find you. I talk to companies pretty frequently that are out in the middle of nowhere. They don't have a competition, and they're kind of like, hey, I don't need the internet, and which I get. But it's like, I'd see their signs out front and they have their company name, some trucks parked there. It looks great. And they have a phone number. And it's like, I know all of you are all friendly when you get that call, but how many times do you hear the same question? And the thing about the web and these websites that I'm going to show you is you can just answer some of those questions that people ask you all the time right on the website, because they want to just find the information, right? You're like, do you do this? How much would this be? Is this something you can handle? Those questions that you get over and over and over again, they can be on the website. So right there on that sign, just put your website. So yourcompany.com and have it show some helpful information. Why don't you do that currently? So just kind of curious, you can share this in the chat. I would love to know if you have a website. If you want me to look at it while I'm live here, let me know. I can kind of compare it to what we have, what we're going to be giving. I'll show you some ways that you can compare. And you feel free to toss in the chat. Like we are live. This is why we do it live, so we can interact. I don't want it to be a one-way thing. I want it to be a multiple way, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to, okay, one more little rant where I'm going to show you this website. I just want to say this, like, I started this company on my own. It has my craziness all over it. I thought it could be something, and I've been chasing it ever since. And you started your company likely all alone. And people were like, why are you doing this? This is crazy. Just go get a job, go work for somebody else. And you're like, no, this is, when you go back to that pyramid, if it shows, if I can get it to show up, but when you go back to that pyramid, like, you're like, no, I'm made for more. Like, you're trying to go up and you're like, I'm made for more. And people are telling you're crazy and stuff, but you're like, I see a better version of myself and from my company than what you can see, and you just keep moving forward. And it's like lonely business, but you keep doing it. And ultimately what it comes down to, though, is we can, like, Towing.com is not here to be Towing.com. It's all about us. It's all about you. I've been there. I know how it is to start a business, to have even friends, families, even employees kind of doubt what you're trying to do. And you have to keep moving forward because you believe in yourself more than what anyone else in the world believes in. And I'm here to tell you that Towing.com is not about us. It's about you. It's about shining a light on you. Towing.com, we're your reinforcements. We're your reinforcements. When I tell you that we're the best employee that you can ever hire, I mean, $99 salary a month, you're getting me. I have programmers upstairs. I have, we all sit around creating stuff to make small businesses better. So let us know what you want. This is a two-way thing. So, hey, I wish my website has this. I wish my website had this. So let's go and look at this website without further ado. So here's Towing.com, and let me show you. I'm going to go in and search for. I want to find it. So I'm currently on Towing.com. I just did a search, and this is just a profile that I put together for this test company, Cincinnati Tow Company. We're in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was 1 o'clock when we did the stream today. If you're West Coast, good morning to you, maybe Hawaii especially. So this is the profile. This is what you've already had. If you're a featured member, you can customize it. Like, you can add that banner up there, your logo on your profile. You add the link. But let me click on this. I want to show you. Actually, I didn't even need to click on it. So this is the website that's created now with the Towing.com system. You'll see similar banner, the logo over there, your logo, and the content here. And you're like, and you might be thinking like, yeah, it looks like the profile, and that's okay. Maybe it looks like your existing website. I think a lot of websites nowadays do look very similar. That's just how it is. But that's the thing, is this one's included, right? And for those out there, if you have a website, or if you did have a website and got rid of it, I'm not here to convince you about a website necessarily. What I want to know is, do you use it? Is it as good as what you expected? What do you wish you could do with your website that you don't currently do? Those are the things that I think about. So let me just show you why I can say that this website's better than yours. It has nothing to do with how it looks. Like, you control the image and so on. I'll demo this a little bit and show you around on the site. But here, let me just put it this way. So say you're hiring and you're like, hey, I bought another truck, and I want to use that truck even when I'm sleeping or whatever it is, and you're ready to hire that first employee, or maybe it's your 20th employee. And you're like, so I need to hire a driver or whatnot. What do you currently do? Probably post to Indeed, pay the $200, or Craigslist, pay the $25, $50. But are you always hiring? Or maybe you have a need for a dispatcher or a driver, and you kind of always want to be hiring. Well, I see on some people's websites, they have like help wanted and employment options. And you'll see here, we have that as well. So on this website, you'll see this is CincinnatiTowCompany.com. This is not Towing.com's, even though this is me and some of my team up here and Toby here in the middle. This is one of the jobs that we're hiring for, and we posted the job right on this website. And there you go. You can post your jobs right on your website, and I'll show you here in a second how easy it is to post, remove. So who out there finds posting to their website is a big pain in the butt? Like, do you ever touch your website? Yeah, I'm guessing most don't. Like, the world out there, the tech world said, hey, small businesses, we're going to make it easy for you to get a website. And they're like, Wix. They're like, we're going to give you Wix, and you're going to have to go and spend hours learning how to build a website. And that process is, even though it's simple, even though they say it's easy, and it is-ish, but then you go and do it, it's such a painful experience that you're like, I don't really care to do that again. So you leave it for a while, and you're like, you know what? It would be nice if we could post our jobs up on our website. And you go to like remember your login, and you go to try to go post that job, and you're like, heck with this. Let's just post it over on Craigslist again. Well, let me just show you real quick. I'm gonna log in. So let me. I'm not going to share the screen for my internal system. It is quite ugly, but here we go. Once we are logged, okay. So this may look familiar to you if you're a Towing.com featured member. So thank you if you are. I always appreciate your joining our community. We work hard for you. Hopefully you know that and feel that. So let's start with that profile. So one of the most pain in the butt parts of a website is keeping it updated. You know, you could use it. You have all these different people asking you questions and wanting to find out about your company. And one of the reasons we don't post new stuff there is because it's a pain in the butt. So to update your Towing.com profile, you log in, and you've always been able to update your profile here. Now, here's the thing about what we're able to do with Towing.com. You're able to come in here and hello, everyone. I guess you can't see that. Let me. So you can come in here and format things up, and then when you save it, I'm going to refresh this page now. And there you go. Instantly, things are posted to your website. And you're like, yeah, I get that maybe from somewhere else as well. Let me go out to Towing.com in my test profile. Here's the beauty of kind of what we're doing. Like, boom, it's also here. Like, you didn't have to go to 1,000 different places. Who has information in one place that's not updated with another? Yeah. I'm guessing most of us do, because we don't want to go around updating everywhere. The nice thing about this is you update at one place, boom, 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 done, right? So this is just my Towing.com profile. So let me show you something. You might be thinking, what about search engine optimization? You know, we may want to punch Google in the face, but we probably don't want, we need Google though, right? Currently we need Google. What it is about, it's not about punching Google and getting rid of them. It's about having Google serve us instead of the other way around. So you might think, hey, and somebody out there might be wondering, I already have a great website. What about me? And I'll talk about that here in a minute. So what I'm doing is in your browser, you have something called Inspect. If you wanted to follow along with this geeky thing, you can go to your website or any website, and you can inspect. In the browser I'm in, which is Edge, but you can use Chrome, I believe has it also. When you do an inspect, there's a tool called Lighthouse. I don't know if you can see that right up there. Don't necessarily need to know about it, but so what Lighthouse does is it analyzes a web page. Is it search engine friendly? Is it going to be, is it mobile friendly? Is it accessible to people with handicaps? It analyzes important things that a website needs to be. And you can do this and kind of see how your website's doing. And I just wanted to show you this right here. Like this is what this website's doing. So remember how I said, like, if you hire a great employee, you want them to worry about stuff so you don't have to, right? You don't want to deal with, is my website, accessible to handicap people or people that use machines to read websites and things? Is it implementing the best practices of the web? Is it running quickly? Is it search engine optimized or doing best SEO stuff? Like, I mean, I would rather you worry about towing than to worry about all this web stuff. So there's the scores that are currently on this. And here's the thing. Matt upstairs in my office, one of those reinforcements that are behind you, like he worries about this stuff. Like he is going, and he's highest on his pyramid of who he is when he is working on tech stuff and making it the best he can. That's him doing his thing. And by him living his best life, he is thinking about your business. That's part of that best employee. Isn't that the greatest employee? The person that they don't really, they think about you, not because you're over them beating them into submission, but instead it's who they are. It's an expression of who they are, making great stuff for you or doing a great job for you. I hope you have employees like that in your life. I'm very blessed that here at Towing.com. But we worry about this stuff, so you don't have to. So one of the things also, so you can use that inspect tool, that lighthouse tool, check out your website. And if you want to, if you're watching with me live and you want me to check out your website, you can toss it into I know you may be nervous about it, but you can let me know. I'll pull it up here and I can check it. You can kind of see if it's in those 90 ranges, like what I did there. I don't mind doing that. It's kind of fun to show off or to check it out. And so you might be asking, hey, Drew, I already have a website. I don't really need this, do I? And the answer is no, you don't need this. Like, there's lots of great companies out there that worry about this stuff, right? You can hire, you can go hire towing websites. There's lots of companies out there that do a great job developing websites that are just phenomenal looking. They're just fantastic. So this isn't about being like, this is just an alternative that's just kind of given over to companies and so on. But what if you do have one of those companies? Well, one of the things that's actually behind this, I'll get geeky just for 1 minute and tell you, not only is there a free website, it won't be launched at the time the free websites are, but shortly after there's going to be an API. So your current website companies that handle your web stuff will be able to, if they do choose to, I don't know if they will, but they will be able to pull in and do they'll be able to pull in the data. So when you change it on Towing.com, it can change your website too, if that makes sense. So basically you get the benefits, but then you also have them watching out for you. So it's very cool. Let me just mention, I just want to ask, if you've mentioned a website, I just realized that YouTube will probably not let the domain mark it as spam. If you put a pound sign, I'm old. I just realized I should revealed that. If you put a hashtag in front of it, I think it will let the domain name come through. But in order to keep people from spam, you might have to do that. So Travis, if you have that, or just kind of add some spaces, I'll figure it out. I'll debug it. And Rick, let me see. I don't know. Dang it. I wish I had this information. I'm not able to see your websites. I believe you have it in there, but it's pulling it out. So if you just type it without .com, I'll be able to figure it out that way too. Let me see. I wish it was easier than that, but unfortunately, because basically here it is. Rick, I see your comments. I see your, and Travis, same. You mentioned it, and I'm not, just so you know, if you do share your website, I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to we've all had to do this, right? In fact, there's lots of things that I want to improve on our website. So just because we want to improve them, like this is like, we're always improving. It's what we do. And there's lots of things that are broken. In fact, on the Cincinnati Cincinnati Tow Company, it's a test site. It's beta. It's not even really meant for public. I'm showing it off. There's lots of broken stuff on there. But what you get is not so much a finished, you get incremental improvement. So this looks like a Lyft. Is this a Lyft? You guys use Lyft? I think they're, Lyft Marketing Group. I'm familiar with them. They do especially SEO focused websites. Good people. I ran into somebody in California one time, and they were like, "Oh, do you know Lyft Marketing Group?" And that's a buddy of mine. And it's like, "Oh, that's cool." So yeah. So that's one of the ways I know them. Know that at Baltimore. If you'll be at Baltimore, this takes a moment to run here. So I'm running this here on Towing.com, Fort Worth, Texas. Thanks for being with us here, Travis. I do appreciate you. And so we're pulling this up. It's running that report. And just so you know, this is, let me just say, this being yellow doesn't mean it's anything bad. This is just it's looking and analyzing this. And this tool, if you click on these, if you are a self-doer, you're doing this already or by yourself, if you click these, it will tell you what's going on in the score. So like links don't have a descriptive text. Like, does that really matter? Not really. Like, it does a little bit, but it's only 2 of the 100 links on the web page. But yeah, there you go. And nice thing is, I know Lyft, they do, if I'm not mistaken, they do a really good job in the search engines, which that's ultimately going to be the test is, do you already rank? So our goal is to rank and help our sites rank. But this is not, we're not doing the work. We're not doing search engine optimization stuff. We're not doing link building. We're not doing all the stuff that a Lyft marketing or a different SEO company does. We're not a full service. This is we build it and we put it out there to benefit you. And now you can go hire an SEO company to work on it. You do get the links from Towing.com. So, just like when we viewed the profile, that link helps with search engine optimization. So you not only get the website, you also get the link to the website from Towing.com, helping it. So you're at a major advantage. So yeah, like the sites are good. And you'll see actually I think the website design on this is very similar to what you'll see on the websites that we're building. So I appreciate that, Travis. Thank you for sharing that. Let me pull over to Chris's website here, and we'll check this out. And we will run this up. Not first class towing. These are great domain names, by the way. wickedtowing.com, love it. Great domain name. So firstclasstowing.com. This one, another Lyft Marketing Group. So here you go. You can see this, and we'll do a score. And you'll see that even between, even though it's very similar looking, you'll find that the scores are different because it depends on images and so many different pieces. And we're going to analyze that. And I did an inspect, and then I went over to the Lighthouse tool, and then I just hit analyze the report. So if you want to do this on your own, you can do that. This is if you want to. It's a fun tool. So that's analyzing right now. And let's see here, which I love the great trucks. Love the decals and things. Great logo. It's all looking good. And here you go. Here's your scores. Hopefully you can see those up there. So Chris, same, great. These are good scores. The red, you can get much worse, I assure you. So there you go. All like 75, 80s, so B pluses. Yeah. But ultimately, hey, how's it rank? That's always a big deal. So one of the things I want to show you with these, though, is when you get to your website, I can ask you with this. I don't actually know the answer to this, but Travis, Chris, like, how do you get an updated website? Like, how does that, like, if you need to update your website, What's it do as far as, do you have your job postings? Hopefully this is okay for me to dive into. Let me see. Like right now, if you wanted to post a job on here, I don't currently see that. One of the things that the internet was supposed to do for us and do for you is it's supposed to actually help you. It's supposed to like help your business. So let me just kind of show you, let me take it back to what our websites do. So all those people, you're out in the middle of we just did a road trip from Texas over to back to Cincinnati, passed through Arkansas, and a lot of rural areas, a lot of tow companies that are by far probably the only towing company for a long distance. And they're the ones with the company name, phone number. And when people are calling, they're going to be asking the same questions. Hey, are you available? When are you open? How much does it cost to do this? Do you do this service? So right now they're doing all that on the phone. So it's time. They're friendly people, so it's all good. But one of the things you can do with these websites is come in, and I guess I clicked on the FAQ link here, and you can answer questions. Are you open on holidays? Oh, let me shrink myself. Are you open on holidays? How much does it cost to tow a car 10 miles? Are you a towing company? And if you're looking at this and you're like, oh, well, this is all going to change. The formatting is going to improve over time and so on. But you can answer those questions right here. And again, you want to change this? Go right here. It's all right here. Like you want to change it on your Towing.com profile, want to change it on your website, want to add a new one, just go fill out the form, boom, done. Want to edit it, go, done. Like it's so a lot of the other sites, a lot of the companies that are full service, they don't have the ability for you to use your website to benefit your company, to save that time. So that's one of the things, like same with job postings. How about that? So we already talked about job postings, actually. You want to hire? Boom, post it to your website. We are going to be adding all kinds of features. Here's the beauty of this. This is what I get excited about this. And this is why I say Towing.com membership is very much about us being the best employee. Like you can give us, when you see me in Baltimore, give me an Employee of the Month certificate. I'm kidding. But we're about like, hey, you pay us $99 a month and we're just working on this stuff. And what this allows us to do, the system that we've built for Towing.com, it allows us to work. And when we launch a new feature, it's available for all of our towing members. We don't have to go do, most of these other companies, they're very expensive because they have to go and they're working on your website, then they're working on the next website, where when we do work, we can launch a feature that is available to all towing companies. 1,000 towing companies, boom, like that. So we want to add FAQs, boom, done, add it. We want to add the equipment search. That's one of the things you'll be able to do is, if you are selling equipment for sale, boom, we're going to add that, done. So let me just share with you one more thing, one more Trojan horse that's out there, and that is social media and Facebook. A lot of us have, if I was to ask you, do you have a website? You might say, no, I do not have a website. I have a Facebook page. I hear this quite often. If that's you, so this is for you. I should have talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's not just Google. This is all big business. This is what all these giant companies are out to do. They Trojan horse us. Hey, here's a free Facebook page. And what they do is they make it really easy to add information to that page, right? You want to, hey, look at this job, and you can pull out your cell phone and you're like, boom, you take a photo, you post it to your Facebook page, and like, hey, was super happy to help this family out today. It's up on Facebook. Now, what happens though is Facebook uses that, and here you go. If you Google your company name, who shows up? Let's go look here. I'm gonna share out my screen one more time. Put me in the small First Class Towing. I hope this is okay to do. I might need to add in. So right here, First Class Towing. That's why you hire like a Lyft. But look at this, Facebook. So what Facebook is doing is they're taking advantage of well, they're taking advantage of you. It's a Trojan horse. They make it easy for you to add content. And what happens is because you add content to Facebook and not your website, Facebook ranks high. And in many cases, you'll find that Facebook outranks the site. It's a Trojan horse. Now, all those people, when your customers are coming in, they're going to Facebook, right? They're heading over to Facebook, and this may not be you. It doesn't actually. I don't think it is. But so essentially, what happens is Facebook is they're taking in that traffic. Now they control the people that are here. So if Facebook wants to charge every time somebody calls, they can do that. And you might think they wouldn't do that, but this is big business. Eventually, they're out to make money. These are public companies. We know what their motives are going to be. Trust me, we see it with Google all the time. We've seen it with Facebook, in fact. You know, your page used to show up all over the place, and now they spend more time getting this to show in Google, and it's not because they want to bring business to you. It's because they want more traffic on Facebook, okay? That's one of the important pieces of what we're doing. Our web pages are not about us at all. Our web pages are about you, and I'll show you a little bit about that here in a moment. But let me just show you actually one of the ways that, so let me go, actually, whoever this is, their website is, they dropped it, and it's now for sale. But I want to show you something on this real quick using that inspect tool. And this is this is me proving the games that these big businesses play with your small business. And that is over here. It's going to be hard to see. Hopefully I can get this to show up. Here we go. We can scroll over. It is this right here. Can you see? Let me try to zoom. That won't let me zoom in. So right in here, this is the code for that link. So in that code for that link, so this is on your Facebook page. It's a link and it's like to your website. They actually have something in the code here that says, do not follow this link. Do not follow this link. So essentially what that is doing is it's like saying, hey, all that at Google and bots and things, even though this page is about this company, don't follow the link to their website. Doesn't that show the heart of what's happening with these big businesses? It does. It does. Like, they're out to grab. They only use you to pull in. And I was really worried about that with Towing.com, in fact. Like, we've always done everything we could. We want to make sure we're giving business to you. So one of the things you might have noticed, you may not have known that this was the reason behind it. So when you do a search, let me see here. I'm just going to search for my company again. Actually, I'll come and do a zip codes. Okay. When you do a search for a towing company on Towing.com, we got rid of almost all the links and stuff here. We tried to make even your company profile on Towing.com, it's all about you. So you can get out of this page, but it's really our profiles are made. So we were doing this ever before we had the web page. And of course, if you look at this link, this link here that goes to your website, it's a follow link. We're telling Google to go there. So a lot of times people are like, hey, I signed up, I was a member, and I didn't get calls. And I'm like, well, we do a lot to help everything you do better. And the downside of our business model is we don't get credit for it. We don't get credit for helping your website rank higher because of the links, the follow links, the links that are actually made to benefit you. We don't get credit for confirming Google data and helping your Google Maps and things show up higher. It's a bummer, but hey, it is what it is. We're out for you though. Like, even if it causes us not to be able to measure it as well. So our profiles are all about you. One of the things I want to show you is on this website here, you might think, here I am, I'm looking and I'm telling you all about Facebook and how their intention is to pull in and not they're trying to take from you. I'm showing you how Google has changed everything around. They give you a bunch of free stuff and then they change it up on you. So here on Cincinnati Towing, this is, again, this is for those who might be joining us. This is a free website. It's an early look at it. It's going to change, but we control all the information on here. If as a Towing.com member, can control the information on here very easily, not through drag and drop crazy design stuff, but instead just like, hey, what's your logo? Upload logo. And so on. Nowhere on this site will you find Towing.com. Nowhere. There's no Towing.com on here. There's no links. And in fact, down here, you go to the footer, you'll see all this down here. There's nothing. We're not going to add a link on the bottom that says like find towing companies on Towing.com. We're not going to do that. There will be a link there that's going to say, help small businesses, reinforcements.com. Like there's going to be something, but it's not going to be for like sending your business elsewhere type of thing. Because this page is all about you. And you want to see a no follow link. That's what the link that we're going to add at the bottom of the footer to this site, it's going to be a no follow link. Because if we tell the search engines to follow that link, that is us taking from you. That's us taking, when we say follow it, we're saying, hey, we want this website to benefit us. And it is not about Towing.com, it is about you. And we show it as much as we can in the details of what we do, details that I don't even want you to have to worry about, but the link from your website that you're gonna get is not going to be a follow link. Like we don't want the search engines to like benefit Towing.com. We do want that. In fact, we're probably gonna give you a way to add a link to Towing.com if you choose to. If you wanna say, hey, we're featured on Towing.com and so on, that's gonna be your choice though. Hopefully you're willing to do that, but we're not going to require it because we know that a link from your website out it can do damage to your search engine optimization. Linking to Towing.com should not. It should actually be a positive thing because it's a towing relevant site. That's besides the point. But just so you know, like we're not going to make that decision for you. You will be able to choose. Because this is all about you and your control. And if we were to go back to this here, that's like, if you want to do something to benefit us, and that's part of who you are, like, hey, we love Towing.com, we appreciate what they're doing for us, and we want to show, and there's a benefit to you also saying, hey, I'm featured on Towing.com. It's a beneficial thing because customers are looking on Towing.com, they expect to find towing companies, right? We're the front door of the towing industry. They're looking for towing companies. They're looking for you. But when you link to us, we want that to be because of this up here, because you're linking to us because you appreciate what we do. It's out of who you are. It's out of you and your friendship with us as another small business looking out for another small business. Does that make sense? That's the heart that we bring to this stuff. That's one of the benefits of being a small business versus dealing with a big business. Like we're out for you. So, okay, we will be wrapping it up. I thank you all for joining. Just so you know, so any questions you have, make sure you mention them in the chat. I'm going to be scrolling through chat here, kind of making sure that I know that I've missed some of your companies. Rick, I'm not sure if you're still here. I'm going to search for you, see if I can find you. I did not get your website to show up. Rick's Wrecker Service. So I'm doing a search real quick for this. Yeah, so man, I didn't. That was not on purpose. This is, like I said, this is live, so we'll see as we go. So like I did a search for Rick's Wrecker Service, and you'll see Facebook page here. Not sure if that was if that's intentional or not, but because a lot of people do decide that. Okay, yeah, we'll add the zip code here. But that kind of, it illustrates the point, right? Like Facebook shows up there because they're taking from your small business. It's about Facebook. It's not about you. So oh, the only reason I mentioned Facebook was because we're going to create a way for you to add images. Hey, I'm at this job, this happened, and you can post it to your website. And then when you want to share something on Facebook, you can share the link and it takes people to your website. So instead of you giving everything to Facebook, you can take from Facebook. Let's take from these big businesses, punch them in the face, take them and use their game. They believe that you're too small. You're not going to have a website that allows you to do that. We're changing the game now. Okay. Rick's adding in 76033. We're giving the power to small business, folks. Like, I love it. I get pumped about this. I'm just this guy. Like, I'm a son of a truck driver, and you know, it's kind of like I'm just a guy that's like out to help the little guy. I've been a little guy all my life, and I'm perfectly fine staying a little guy because we're real. Small guys, we're real people instead of like choosing dollars and cents over people. So, okay, Rick, I'm going to click on your Towing.com link. That shows up. Okay, that is your, okay. Oh yeah, Rick's. And now that I see it, I know this. I helped set up your profile though. So I appreciate you, Rick. So here's your website. As you can, let me make myself smaller here. Voted #1 10 years in a row. I've definitely been on this page. Website by it. Nah, I won't do it. I was going to say, like, I don't want to beat up on it. So I actually got my start as a web designer and search engine optimization person back when we first started our company. Before Towing.com, I was doing SEO and I was doing websites for people. So hopefully, like, I'm not out to disrespect that. It's a tough thing, and the sales and the pulling it all anyhow. So this is Rick's record service. Let me do that. I'm going to do one more. I'll do the inspect for it. Rick, thanks for sticking with us. Sorry it took me so long to get to it. So here is that lighthouse tool. I'm going to analyze it. Again, I get to that by doing a right click, inspect, and then there's these little arrows up in the top. I know that's hard to see on the screen. Hopefully you can see this on desktop and see it, but you can click that and there's lighthouse, and then you can analyze the page that you're on. And good score. Look at that SEO, 92. I think that's the best we've seen. Accessibility, that's a big one. I don't want to go on a tangent on that, but yeah, that's a great score. So there you go, Rick. Hopefully that's helpful stuff. And some people you might be thinking like, hey, I'll just cancel keep your existing stuff if that's what you want to do. Like, I'm not out to take away from any other small business, especially. That's not the goal. I just want more towing companies to have websites. So there you go. There you go. Thank you, Rick, for sticking with me and asking that. If you have questions, if I said that I would do something on your website, I would. I can continue to do that as well. So any questions? I think I have. I saw Vince came in, mentioned AW Towing and Roadside Assistance. Thanks for joining us. And many others that I've seen as we get ready to wrap up the broadcast. I want to make sure that you see what's happening. You saw the Cincinnati, that website. So, oh my goodness gracious! If you're still here, I got something for you. Let me mention this. This is I meant to. My goodness, Drew. Fail. Did I ever mention I'm Drew Walsh, creator of Towing.com? Yeah, I'm too busy being a domain nerd here. Okay, so let me show you this. It's a little hard to see, but hopefully you can see it. So what's it going to look like for you to add up and set up this domain name with Towing.com, which we do, just so you know, this is going to be something we're going to be adding. We're going through tests right now. We plan on having this launched like that first week in November. So all existing, if you're paying $99 a month for Towing.com, it's going to be automatically turned on for you, just so you know. And if you're not, if you're a grandfathered account, you would have to pay the full amount. Like that's just so you know. But here's what it's going to be. It's going to be something similar to this. This is just our testing. But to add a website, you are going to type in your domain name. You have to have a domain name. So this is where we're still going to ask you to be techie. You're going to have a domain name. And your domain name is like buying real estate on the internet. You don't want me to hold that or own that or control that. You want to hold and control that your own. It's like the deed. Like once you register a domain name, it's yours. I know this. I'm the guy that literally, like I said, put my house on the line to go get Towing.com. I value domain names more than probably anyone out there in the world. I've spent a fortune on them. I own a great portfolio. I invest in domain names like many people invest in real estate. So I just want you to know you should own a domain name even if you have not, even if you don't have a website. In fact, Internet Marketing Foundations, one of the classes I did a long time ago, you can message us, email us, Drew@Towing.com. You can email me. I can get you a link to that. One of the first lesson is get a domain name. Get a domain name, because we got to make sure we're not building on Facebook or Google. We need to build our land, and our land is a domain name. So when you go to like a GoDaddy.com or Epic.com with a K, that's who we use. There's a bunch of domain registrars. I don't want to get in the weeds too much. Hopefully you know them, but if you need a domain name, you go to these places, you register one, $10 a year. And you can forward those domain names around. You can forward it to your Facebook page if you want. You can forward it to your Towing.com profile. But with this new system, you will come in, you'll type your domain name here, you'll hit start, and then it is going to pull up, and I do not have the next image up. So what it's going to do next is it's going to give you some name servers. Where am I? Okay. So let me share this out. So what it's going to do, it's going to give you this here, these name servers. And this is where it gets a little bit of this is the most tech thing you're going to have to do with this new system. You're going to have to set your name servers. This is telling the domain name, like, hey, so actually you can see this is from when we set up CincinnatiTowCompany.com. I logged into my registrar where I hold my domain name, and it said set your name server, and I typed in this address here, this here. This is a name server. We are putting together trainings, and we will help you as much as we possibly can. But most of them, if you search for it, you'll find it. Like, how do I update my domain on GoDaddy or whatnot? We will tell you what these are. Once you have those name servers entered, you save them with your registrar, and then you let us know. Then you click this, you'll click a button or let us know that the domain has been saved. And the domains that we create, this has been a really difficult, like a complicated process. That you may notice up in the browser up there, this is a secure site. This is a secure site, which is really important to SEO. You need to have a secure certificate. And if you used to have a website that you did yourself, chances are you found that it was no longer secure because, well, that's a pain in the butt. Setting up security for a domain name and a website is a pain. Trust me, Chaz, another coder that's upstairs, has been dealing with this for a long time, getting this up and running for you. But this is a secure site. And so you let us know that you set the name servers. It goes and gets the security set up, and you will then have a secure website. Your domain name will point to your web page, control.yourtowing.com. Is this exciting? Like, I'm excited about this. And I'm not really seeing any questions about it, so I'm assuming that I have answered them. I don't think that highly of myself. I don't think I've done that well enough, but hopefully I've answered the questions. Like, it is a big deal. It's going to be included. And yes, we could charge more for it. We could charge it. It's going to bring a lot of value. We could charge more. And thank you, Rick, and anybody that's popping out. Thanks for joining me. I know this an hour of your time is a big deal, so thank you. So we could charge more for this. I have no doubt that it brings lots of value, but we don't need to. The internet was made to benefit small businesses, and we've gotten off track. Like all of humanity got off track, and a large chunk of humanity said, hey, we value profits over humanity. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to correct it. We're here with the very big mission to correct a wrong. And we will make plenty of money, but we make our money by serving lots of companies, not just like taking as much as we can from every single one. So just so you know, let me read this question about that I see coming in here. Thank you for helpful information and look forward to working with the future. Oh, so yeah, awesome. Thank you for your messages. And yeah, all of you who decide to come Towing.com members, like we appreciate it if you've not been up to this point. We are a community of towing companies that are out to win the internet. And now more than ever, especially once we launch this that first week in November, we're going to be set up. We are going to be benefiting your towing company more than ever before. You'll have to go through this process. We will be at Baltimore. We're going to be giving, you'll be able to play a fun little game and win some Toby dolls. Toby, our mascot, been with us for a long, long time. So one more thing, and this is, if you're already a member, this won't apply to you. I just want to show you actually, like how do you get on Towing.com? How do you become a member? So if you're here still, you might be like, hey, this Towing.com stuff sounds good. Towing.com, front door to the industry. How do I get on there? You should be a towing company on Towing.com. We are out here helping you as much as we can. And if you value the internet, boom, we're here for you. And if you're at the beginning of your journey, you can just register. You don't have to become a featured member. You don't have to pay the $99 a month, but you won't get the full exposure of what we do. But nonetheless, here you go. Right on Towing.com. So right here, right on this bar, you can click the join button. It's going to take you over here. This is the info.towing.com is what this is, info.towing.com. And here you'll find some information. But if you're just like, hey, ready to sign up, and just up here, I just mentioned this, membership provides reinforcements to help you battle for your dreams. That's what we're out to do. It's your dreams. We're just coming behind you, helping you do this not alone. Like, we don't want you to be alone in this battle to grow your business. Come in here, add your company, and you type in your information. If you've been on, okay, I got to log out. It's saying welcome back. Let me log out here. So if you've been on Towing.com before, it's going to pop it up and prompt you to log in. So you will want to, okay. Hopefully I logged out. I don't error anymore. No, but I bugged it out. Okay. So what you would do, click in here, add your company, or if you've ever registered or anything like that, you can log into your account and there is a link to join. You enter in your company information and then you come in and you next will add your location. And then next step is payment. That's it. That will log you in. You'll set a password. Then you'll come in and you'll be right at that Towing.com dashboard. Sorry for clicking all around. I just logged out. So let me try to log back in. So it will bring you right here to your Towing.com dashboard. You can see how many people have viewed your profile. This will not include traffic to your website currently, just so you know. It shows you how many people are searching Towing.com this week. So we show you that information here. But most importantly, you can edit your images. So over here, you can add a banner. That's that big top image. Add a logo. Answer frequently asked questions. Start to add this information, and then when you get your website up and running, that information will be there. Just poof, done. So there you go. Also, let me give you a coupon code. If anybody out there does not have a website, a domain name, let me pull up GoDaddy. Actually, I'll go to Miro. Sorry, I'm getting nerdy here for a second. I will type this on the screen. This is a code that you can use. If I can get it to, okay, here we go. This code here, you can use to get your first year of a GoDaddy registered domain name, GDD99.com. You can enter that as a coupon code, and that will give you your first year, I think, at $5. So it's a discounted first year. So you can use that. If you already have domains with them, then it won't give you that discount. So just wanted to mention that. And then when it comes to GoDaddy stuff, they ask you to get all kinds of stuff and pay for extra stuff. You don't have to do that. Don't bother. So you want to keep it simple. You just want a domain name, decline everything else, enter the coupon code just before payment, and it will give you that discounted rate. So hopefully that's helpful as well. That is in that Internet Marketing Foundation. So thank you for joining me. As I kind of mentioned late into the game, I am Drew Wash. I am the owner, creator of Towing.com. And so just to summarize just real quick, kind of what we've talked about, Google, Facebook, these big businesses, they have these Trojan horses. They have gotten into your business by giving you some free stuff. And in turn, they're taking more than what they're giving you now. You feel it. You feel it. And it's time that we change it up and that we punch big business right in the face. They are not on our side. We are on our side. Let's take back control. They're trying to push us down this pyramid here. They're trying to say, hey, we want to make it harder to breathe. We want them to pay us for air. We want to choke out their business and take as much as we can from these small businesses that are out there working. And we're saying enough is enough. Towing.com is coming, reinforcing and pushing you up that pyramid, making sure you have the best opportunity to live out your dreams and picture what it is that you're working for. That's what we're trying to help you do. I am Drew Wash, creator of Towing.com. Thank you for joining me. Me and my team will be in Baltimore. Come by, say hi. I love seeing people in person right now. I'm in an office by myself. The rest of my team is upstairs. So I'd love to see you in person. I may go live again between now and Baltimore. I'm pretty sure we will. Baltimore being a tow show that's held in Baltimore, Maryland. I believe the 16th, 17th, 18th, or right in that time frame. So definitely come join us. And I think we will get some certificates that we can send out to you to get you into the door for free. You can kind of Drew@Towing.com or members@Towing.com. We can make sure we get those to you. If you, I think it's $5 to get in otherwise. So Nikki, Travis, Rick, and many others, Maria, James, thank you all for joining me. I very much appreciate it. Hopefully it's brought you value. Hopefully you love seeing the new website that we're going to be handing out. I want to get it in your hands. Please join Towing.com. We are here to reinforce your dream. Take care.